My name is Monica Gleberman, and you're listening to Silence on Set podcast. On today's podcast, we're talking to the cast of Party Down, who is reunited over a decade later to complete a season 3 on Starz. The show takes place 10 years later, with most of Party Down catering team that have moved on, including actor-bartender Henry Pollard. However, after a surprise reunion, the gang finds themselves once again stoically enduring the procession of random parties and oddball guests all over Los Angeles. So to talk about what it was like joining the show, here's Tyrel Jackson Williams and Zoë Chao. But I want to know, first off, if you guys watched the original season 1 and 2, and if you had a favorite episode, and then what it was like joining this cast for like this monumental comeback for season 3.
Yes, I was watching the first 2 seasons of Party Down a couple years after it had come out because there was so much buzz around it. And I was working my restaurant job while watching those 2 seasons and feeling less alone by how hard the whole experience was. My favorite episode of season 1 and 2, I would say, oh God, Ron's high school reunion is really intense. I just think it illustrates how the show can be so laugh out loud funny, but also really moving and dark and weird. Yeah, and how it has many ingredients to its magic.
And I have a scary admission, and that is that I have not seen all of season 1 and season 2. I did a bunch of research. I watched like a bunch of clips of it, but I didn't want to I knew I was going into a show where I was essentially fans of everyone there, so I didn't want to make that worse.
I really get that.
I wanted to make sure that I knew, I did my research and I knew what I was going into, but I wasn't completely frozen still while working on it. And that kind of worked. It worked a little bit.
I was curious too, the story obviously, I think, mimics a typical actor, right? Trying to make it. You guys have made it. So is it fun to play what it was like to struggle when you guys were, younger? Is it harder to play that? Do you connect to it more? How do you feel about doing that?
I will forever connect to the role of struggling actor. I think I still relate more to that than as a working actor. And it was really cathartic working on this show, but also triggering. There are moments where it's so easy to touch that discomfort and that yearning and that pain. And that's what makes the show so compelling, is that all that is right there and available. So I just feel so grateful to be here in this chair next to you, working with you, talking to you, because it was a dream for so long and could very well have not happened. I think there are so many talented people that don't get breaks, and I just feel really lucky. And the show helps remind me of that and the roots, and helps me be grateful for the ride.
I completely agree. Even hearing you say you guys have made it.
I know.
Instantly my brain was that's not true. I appreciate you saying that, but it's your experiences never leave you, and you're always closer to the bottom than you are to the top. So if we weren't able to tap into that, I would be concerned.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Mentally, I've done some gymnastics.
Yeah, totally. I think actors in general operate from a scarcity, place of scarcity, so I guess there's some that don't. And I'm what is that like?
Up next, reprising their roles 10 years later, here's Ryan Hansen and Martin Starr. When the show was first on for season 1 and season 2, you guys kind of opened the door to almost like a troupe of what it's like being an actor, right? Trying to make it, following your dreams. Now, 10 years later, we're epically coming back, but it also shines a light on that sometimes actors go through ebbs and flows, right? That you don't just take off and become the next huge star. So for you guys that are well-known names, big comedians, have been projects. What is it like for you guys kind of returning to kind of show a light on that it's still a struggle, even for you guys?
Still is. We're struggling.
It's still a struggle, and it always will be for me. Not for Martin, which is great. We're so happy for him.
Honestly, he's a little dim. It takes him a while to realize that he's made it. So he's still just kind of, but you just go, okay, yeah, buddy.
I'm just so humble.
No,
I'm so humble.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. It does show, the show really shines a light on the struggles of really kind of anything chasing your dreams. You're going to have ebbs and flows and ups and downs and highs and lows. And so
keep going with that. I want to see how far you can run with that one.
Peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
We're talking treetops and mountainsides.
Nope.
Okay.
That's valleys. No
Valleys.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, so I think it really is relatable to all industries, whether it's entertainment or whatever. It's just chasing your dreams and the struggles with it.
I mean, it's hilarious. And I want to ask you guys too, why you guys decided to come back. And then also just by your relationship and just by the thing.
Why we decided to come back.
How'd you guys even complete a scene? What shenanigans were going on?
We keep it professional. We laugh as soon as we're either out of earshot or off camera or when they call cut. But it's really fun to be back together and playing around, throwing the ball, if you will. I don't know if you've ever played an improv game. Anyway,
Monica has for sure.
Did you say? But you
of
asked.
Course, every day.
You asked why we came back. Why we chose to come.
Why did you guys decide to come back? Because this is like monumental.
Yeah, we've been wanting to do this for forever. Decide to come back.
There's pretty much no choice.
Yeah, you'd be an idiot not to.
You guys were held hostage.
Pretty much.
That was it. Yeah, totally. This is Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah, I mean, we've been waiting for this to happen for 13 years, you know? So
finally we can tell people to shut up. It's back.
They said yes, and they even gave us a bag of chips.
In the Porsche that we all got.
Yeah,
we share one Porsche.
We all get to share Adam's Porsche. It's his lease technically, but he was like, you can drive it you can't drive it, you can sit in it for 5 minutes.
Well, I want to also ask you how the hell none of you aged, because it's ridiculous, because I watched the first season, second season, even recently. Y'all look the same.
That's so nice.
The hair's a little different, Ryan, but
I drink
you guys
coconut water.
the same. And then also, what are you excited about for fans to see? Because I mean, this is like the most talked about reunion ever.
So first, the non-aging, Botox, cryotherapy, ice baths, meditation.
I drink coconut water.
Also, we all look kind of older, don't lie. Which is fine. Aging gracefully.
I'm excited for them to see in the pilot Kyle's quick plummet from the mountaintop.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
From the peak to the valley. You see a quick shift from the high to the low.
Hope you guys enjoyed listening to the cast of Party Down, talk about what it was like coming back 10 years later, and of course, what we could expect from the latest season, debuting February 24th on Starz. So make sure you download the app and go and check it out. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you're updated on all of our latest podcasts, and head over to our YouTube channel, hit subscribe so you're updated on all of our video content.